Hey everybody, I'm back with the second card tutorial from the Cardmakers Christmas Mini Album. This one is the envelope card, and this one is the most difficult card in the album. And it's only difficult because of the measurement-wise things about it. And I'll explain all that to you as we go along. The original pattern that I had to make this card off of was metric, as you can see. I'll give you the website where that's at. She even has a tutorial herself, a video tutorial how she made her card, if you want to go watch it also. But I can work with metric. I'd rather work with standard, so I obviously didn't want a card that was this large. It would not fit in the album. I had to size it down. And that's where it gets confusing when you start trying to scale down measurements, and you have to use percentages and all that good math stuff that we all just love to do. But if you're good at that, you won't have any problem doing this. But anyway, I have tried to scale this down to, I gave 4 different sizes. Tried to give you the width and the lengthwise, give you what the center point is on the bottom, and also the side point for when you're marking your fold lines. So I'm not going to guarantee that I didn't make a boo-boo on here. I've told y'all before I'm not a mathematician, but I think everything's right. They're not going to be an exact scale down of this because I tried to avoid having a lot of 16ths and 8ths and really odd measurements, which is what my one in the album ended up being, a really odd size when I scaled it down from the metric. So I tried to stick with more common measurements, but it should come out roughly the same. So there's 4 different sizes for you to give a try, and I'm going to show you how to do it with the largest one, the 5.5 by 4 1/4. And it's really not hard once you get the measurements laid out to figure out how to do it. You're of course going to have, in this case, you could actually cut 2 of these from a 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. But this is your halfway point. You of course score across there. You're going to mark your lines by using your center point, which in this case would be 2 3/4 of an inch, and that center point will match up with the very corner up here, and you will have a fold line there. I've just marked it with pen and a dashed line there to show you. And you will come over 1/4 of an inch and put another mark there, and that mark would match up with 1/4 of an inch down from your corner. So that would be your second fold. Your side is not a halfway point. It's a little bit more than a halfway point. It's 2 1/4 in this case. You would have another 1/4 inch over from your last mark, and you would match that up with the center, with the 2 1/4 inch point on the side. Then you'd come over another 1/4 of an inch and come down 1/4 of an inch for a point there, and match those up for another fold. And you do the same on the other side. So those are your 4 fold lines on each side. Now, a little tip here. When you start folding, to get a really even, neat card, you need to try your best to keep the points matched up on your fold lines. I'll show you the one that I've got folded up here. I just did this with copy paper, but you can see how even, sorry for the glare from the sun, you can see how even the points came out. It looks uneven there because that one's unfolding, but they actually do match very well. But the only reason they match well is because I try to make sure that my fold was on the actual pencil mark point that I made for that fold line. If you get off a little bit, which is what I was doing on this one when I was folding it, see if I can show you how. And it's not hard to get off. These are little bitty folds that you're doing, and you know how it is when you score something. But you can see think you can see. Here's the point on that one down here, and this one's way up here, because I didn't get exactly on my lines. So the closer you can get to the actual point where you marked it along the side, the better your folds will come out, the more even and well spaced. But that is how you make the fold on the card. And like I said, it's really not hard except for the measurement wise. Now, for the paper, of course, it's easy to put a mat on the inside of that. But for this top piece, which is the only piece that I put designer paper on mine, I just inked my edges on the other thing, and then I took a paper piercer and just made some holes around the edge for a little decoration there. But to get that decorator paper piece cut, I just used this, folded the other folds under, and just traced around this onto some designer paper, and then cut it slightly smaller so it would have a little bit of a border of that cardstock sticking out. But if you wanted to take the time to try to figure out how to put designer paper on each of the flaps, you can do that, but I wasn't willing to get into that quite then, so I just left it with the inked sides. But that's the card, and I hope you'll give it a try. I hope you don't let it discourage you and think it's too hard, because I'll try to help you out with the measurements, and like I said, if you're really good at math, you can figure it out for yourself if you want a different size. But give it a try and have fun with it. Thanks for watching. Bye.